Thanks for joining me today. Are you able to tell me a little bit about who you are, your role, and what company you work for?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I'm Barj Duhra. I'm at Avanti West Coast, so I'm the head of IT there, and that is looking after all technology across stations, HQ, and the moving trains.
Busy guy, I'm sure. How are UP3 supporting Avanti to stay ahead of the rest of the rail industry?
I think one of the key things from UP3 is since we started, so the journey started back in 2016, 2017. I think their understanding of us as a business, about the railway, they've built that up over the years. So whenever we have a kind of business case or a use case of something to do, they know the business already. And I joke about it sometimes, some of the team at UP3 probably know the railway better than me at times. Yeah, so when they come with that data and that knowledge, it helps us build applications or really build that business case internally, but also get the technical PLCs spun up. And I think then once we get them in front of the end users or our internal stakeholders, they just want it the next day. So the business case kind of builds. So I think really the key bit there is the technical understanding of the platform and then adapting that to our company and also our industry as well. I think that's really helped us kind of excel and build some first in class for rail applications on the platform.
How have UP3's custom applications changed the way you work as an organisation?
That's a good question. And if I think about it, like even when I joined, it was mainly to look after IT services. But very quickly, we looked at business challenges. So one of the first ones was around customer resolution, so using the CSM platform. That was built. Again, we started hitting our targets with the Office for Road and Rail. Then they built a custom application with ServiceNow for disruption on the railway. So that was an industry first as well. We're still using that today. So that really helps us in terms of not anything internal. It's about moving our trains, moving our staff, and actually keeping the railway running. And even when we do that now, we've made that available to other partners within the railway. So it's not just helping Avanti, it's actually helping the whole railway keep the tracks moving. So, I think that is probably one of the biggest success stories that in the time I've been here, that they've built.
Are there any discussions you've heard or had today that you'll take away in action?
I think probably a few. I think obviously the key topic of today, things like AI, we have to have a look at how we can incorporate that one in the platform. But also I think it's about getting the data right in the platform. So I think that was one of the conversations. I think the support services is key for us. We use the support services already. And the fact that now we can put 10 teams on there, I'm already thinking about who them teams are, how we can utilize that to actually make the processes and business processes easier for the company.
And I think you touched upon this slightly earlier, but what makes you trust and have confidence in UP3 as a partner?
Again, I think they just know us. Yeah, I think it's that time that they've built with us. And I think I remember when we started, there's a team of 8 and they've grown. And I think everybody who's come into the team, they've understood us as a business. So it's not like I have to go to the originals. I think as the company's grown and the teams have grown, they've actually learned who we are. And they've embedded that into the ethos of the company as well in UP3. So anytime we come across somebody new, it's not like I have to start the conversation again. They come in, they understand us, they deliver, and that helps me and my team relax and just give them a kind of, here you are, this is what we need to do. They deliver it and then we move on to the next one.
So you trust everyone within the business to do what they say they're going to do rather than just, as you say, the first few you met originally. And
I think it's that as UP3's evolved, now customer success managers help us. And I think it's that evolvement that they've got the right structure, both technically, but also from the business side of us to help us grow as well. So I think that's really been key over the last few years.
To keep using ServiceNow strategically, by the sound of it. Great. And what's on the horizon for Avanti, ServiceNow and UP3?
Interesting, because I had a conversation today just about that. I think one is getting some of the basics right again, so using the platform for what it is. But I think what I'm really excited about is how can we get a use case story about UP3, Avanti, possibly other rail industries, because I know there's other partners that are looking at ServiceNow. How can we make it a kind of industry application? So obviously there's this nationalisation happening. We might be moving back, but we are moving back to Department for Transport Operator. And I want to put ServiceNow and what we've built with UP3 at the core of that. Now, how can we change the railway industry going forward as well, and adapt, I guess, what we've got internally? How can we use that for the UK rail in the future years?
So you want to be the spearhead of the whole rail industry?
Yeah,
with the help of you.
If you want to say that, yeah. And I think it's that, there's and I'd only say if the application we built work, and I think it's that, I think we've got some really unique applications. They're trusted, they're used internally, people want to build on them. So why why try and build it again for the railway? Let's show what we've got, and let's hope that people follow that journey.
Amazing. Well, thank you. That's all my questions, and nice to meet you, Barj.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.